Would knowing how the body and mind correspond under certain conditions improve how we handle situations? How do we translate our thoughts into movement? And what do the organs of the body do as a response to dehydration, temperature changes in our surroundings, threats, and even exercise? This video is an introduction to an essential component of one's life on Earth. To know how your body works is essential in evolving how you use it. Knowing that doing something leads to certain outcomes and results makes one more efficient in how one uses their body. The body is a highly sophisticated biological suit, created for the special task of enabling souls to navigate and interact with the creative potential of terrestrial life. This suit has been designed from local materials, essentially made from the same substance that all nature is made out of, which makes this suit no different than nature. The terrestrial life on the earthly dimensional plane of existence is a gross expression of consciousness. In order to enable a soul to navigate a terrestrial environment, the biological suit is equipped with all the necessary parts that provide one with an efficient exchange of information. The environment is constantly changing. Seasons change, temperature moves up and down, day turns into night, and a walk turns into a run. There are changes happening that the mind needs to adapt to, as well as the body. As the mind perceives the changes, the body's processes also change. The endocrine glands are an essential component of the body's ability to coordinate processes and adapt to changes. These glands secrete hormones responsible for triggering fertility, reproduction, energy increase or decrease, as well as digestion, elimination, and threat response. The ancient East Indians were very much in tune with how the energy systems within the body, or the chakras, were connected with the glands. Ancient teachings speak of 7 energy centers in the body called chakras. Parallels occur between the concepts of chakras, or energy centers in the body, and our glands. It appears that there are 2 ways to describing the same thing, through spirituality and through science. The cerebrospinal axis of the body is an information highway. The brain, sitting at the top of the vertical tower, that is the spinal column, is the main processing center for a complex radio system. The brain has important endocrine glands involved in consciousness. The pineal gland, situated in the center of the brain, is said to stimulate the evolution of higher states of consciousness. In essence, it is a radio receiver of consciousness, sensitive to the subtle changes of thought. One can think of the pineal gland as a relay station, where conscious intent is absorbed into the physical organ of the brain. In a sense, the pineal gland is the physical body part that interfaces the biological suit and the many capabilities of the mind. Although the intentions of the conscious mind are received through the pineal gland does not play a direct role in triggering physiological changes in the body. The pituitary gland, however, situated beneath the hypothalamus, is an endocrine gland that releases hormones into the circulatory system. These hormones are chemical messengers which travel to other organs in the body to stimulate behavioral change. The pineal and pituitary glands are cerebral processing centers, meaning that these glands are involved in processes within the brain. What happens in the brain is not kept in the brain. The conscious intent received by the pineal gland is translated into information that is then sent down the vertical column of the spine. The Eastern Indians refer to 5 other energy centers located in the body: at the base of the neck, the center of the heart, the upper abdomen, slightly beneath the navel, and lastly at the tailbone. These energy centers are directly associated with nerve plexuses. While the nervous system descends from the brain, nerves branch out at specific vertical points along the vertebrae of the spine. The nerves that leave the spinal column innervate the organs located in the same vertical position within the body. For example, the nerve branches that leave the spinal column at the cervical 3 and 7 region innervate the thyroid and parathyroid glands. Beneath that, nerve branches that leave the spinal column at the thoracic 1 through 5 region innervate the heart, thymus, and lungs. Each network of nerves, or vessels, in the body is called a plexus, which is web-like formation. In that sense, all the organs in the body are connected to the brain through the nervous system. As soon as a new intent by the conscious mind of the soul is received by the pineal gland, the information is translated into electrical and chemical messengers that are released in order to activate behavioral changes in target organs. The brain can register many impressions from the environment through the sensory organs, like the eyes, ears, and nose, for example. But it can also coordinate movement and action. How does the body coordinate movement and behavior all together? In order to fit a desirable action one merely conceived a moment ago in their mind's eye. All movement and action are an expression of motor signals. These motor signals travel through the nervous system to targeted limbs associated with the desirable action. The brain translates one's intentions into a physiological counterpart, such that an urge to walk is first a conscious thought, and with the right investment of energy, the thought is then converted into an electrical impulse sent through the spinal cord to the muscles of the legs. Hence, we walk as a result of information sent to the legs. But while mechanical contraction and relaxation of our legs is a result of electrical information, a different approach is used in order to coordinate functions and processes of internal organs, such as the thymus gland, pancreas, adrenal glands, liver, kidneys, and others. Hormones are chemical messengers. They are released by cells of organs to signal and synchronize between each other. For a process to occur, like a heartbeat, cells coordinate contraction and relaxation in order to function as a whole, as an organ. Other types of physiological processes are also coordinated by hormones, such that the release of glucose can increase metabolic rate, or the release of adrenaline to shift energy towards immunity and self-preservation. While these chakras are seen as glands within the body, they each have energetical characteristics. Ancient teachings reveal that the chakras are astral centers of intelligence. These astral centers are merely hooked into the glands of the body, not because they are specifically made to connect, but because the physical body was made to house and channel each of their unique intelligences. That aside, the reason why a self-mastery practitioner wants to learn about the biological energy systems of the body is in order to understand what one feels under certain conditions and situations. While one uses their body, the body sends back information that can be useful for someone who understands what the sensations are saying. Additionally, self-mastery is about knowing what one can do in order to get the precise results that they want. Therefore, if one wants to achieve certain goals that involve using the body, then one must know what course of actions leads to which desired outcome. Everyone can benefit from understanding how the body works, so one can use the body more efficiently. When the physical body is the sole instrument at your conscious disposal, be diligent in how you use it. Perhaps you cannot see with your own eyes the energetic vertices or the chakras, but you do have a physical body and a science to describe and explain the functions and processes of the glandular system. These glands make communication happen across the body, essentially enabling synchronized coordination between the mind and the biological suit, as well as between the mind and the external environment. And to end this video with some spiritual wisdom, you are not the body, you are in the body. I'm Jacobson, thank you for watching, and you guys have a lovely day wherever you are.